Oh God, guys, how's it going? How's it going? I still got the laser eyes for some reason. Good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? Let's see if the mic is even working. Is the mic even working? I'm like freaking out now. Yeah, it looks like it's working still. All right, guys. All right. I guess you have to close the the app like 3 times for it to save now. Jeez. How's it going, guys? How's it going? We've got, of course, a ton of chaos happening this morning. Of course, I am going to be navigating you through it, all the chaos this morning. It's so much fun, guys, so much fun. Don't worry, the Crypto Otaku's got your back. The Crypto Crusader, we're here, and so are you guys as well. Ari, how's it going? Good morning, Otaku. Good morning, good morning. Guys, there's so much happening right now. Jim Daringer in the house. Golden wants to go back to price discovery. This is absurd. Yeah, we're going to get into some of that as well. OG Boban, hello from the other side of the ocean. Good morning from the other side of the ocean. Man, you guys are at nighttime right now, aren't you? Jeez. But yeah, you've already seen a lot of the craziness that's happened already today. Good morning, Crypto JPEG. Good morning, guys. There's a lot of shit. Holy crap. Good morning. Hopefully that woke you up because this coffee's not doing it for me. I need more coffee. That's not enough, guys. Let's get into it. We got about 10 minutes until the opening bell. I did want to start the show a little earlier today. Because I am going to have to take off a little earlier as well. I'm picking up some family members at the airport. All right, let's get into it, guys. So much stuff. Oh man, let's just rip the band-aid right off and get into it. Bloomberg right now is a little on recess for a little bit. And yeah, let's get into some of the headlines. Big one today, of course, stock falls. The futures fall as Trump threatens unilateral tariffs. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see how far we can get into this before it throws us off. Actually, I think it's going to let us read this one. Okay, stock futures, guys, fall on Thursday. Where's milk money when you need them? Good morning, guys. Sorry for the earlier start. Stock futures fell earlier Thursday on as U.S. President Donald Trump threatens the setting unilateral tariffs on trading partners in 2 weeks. I think this is kind of a nothing burger, though. I mean, we know that he's been wanting at least 10%, everyone to pay their fair share, as you said multiple times. This is nothing new, in my opinion. But we're going to, of course, read how the stock market's reacting to it. S&P 500 nearly lost 0.3%. NASDAQ futures went down 0.2%. Futures also went down. Everything's down, guys. Everything's down as of right now this morning. Dow component Boeing lost more than 5% in the pre-market after the Air India Dreamliner. That's right. India had that pulled up as well. In Air India Boeing 787 bound for London with 242 people, guys, lost their lives over the last few hours. Yeah, plane crashes in India, killing over 200 people. That happened this morning. We got so much stuff to cover. Oh my God, guys. We even had, of course, the dollar now, guys. The dollar is down to the worst level since 3 years ago. Let's freaking go, guys. Let's freaking go.
I'd buy that for $1.
No. All right, guys. Let's get back into this though before I completely derail. Like I do all the time. My mind just works in total chaos. All right, I'm just loving this morning. Sorry for the people that passed, though. But stocks were weaker than as investors got another bunch of data, hinting at a solid economy. Of course, yesterday was pretty positive for the stock market, as we saw. And, of course, now we've gotten the complete inverse of that with Trump just shaking it up this morning. The May producer price index, a measure of final demand prices in the U.S. economy, rose just 0.1% for the month of after decreasing in 2.2% in April. Economists surveyed the Dow Jones have been looking at a 0.2% increase for the last month. Wall Street continues to wait for more of the developments on trade, especially between the U.S. and China. Talks between the two countries have been a focal point for the week. Trump said on Wednesday he will be willing to extend it to July 8th deadline for finishing trade talks with countries before higher U.S. levies take effect, as we heard from the European Union. That's what he give them as well. I think that's what he says down here too. I would like to see if I would, but I don't think we're going to have it that necessity. We made a great deal with China, says Trump. We're dealing with Japan. We're dealing with South Korea. We're dealing with a lot of them, and we're going to be sending out letters in about a week and a half to 2 weeks to countries telling them that the deal is like I did with EU. U.S. and Chinese officials reached a framework for future talks in London after 2 days of discussion this week, but the vague deal outline still awaits approval for Trump and Chinese President Xi. The two countries did agree to ease some restrictions around rare earth minerals or metals and foreign students. The market is coming off as losing a session on Wednesday as the S&P 500 snapped its 3-day win streak of the Nasdaq Composite, but the moves were slight. While the day's losses put the S&P 500 a bit further away from reaching its new record high, 2% below its late February record-breaking target. I don't think the market has a lot of faith that we're going to see a lot of bit higher inflation, says Scott Wren, senior global market strategist, Wells Fargo, told CNBC the closing bell yesterday. With all the things going on, the economy slowing, earnings growth likely to slow, lots of trade negotiations still to work through, and there's a really good reason to take a good run at the second high. I don't know about that. It makes sense to me if it's choppy, and we might see a little bit more downside here, says CNBC, Scott Wren of Global Markets, Wells Fargo. All right, guys, and the jobless claims, the jobless claims report came in, and 246,000 continuing to claim to rise unemployment. I'm on unemployment right now. Just saying. I'm a statistic. Anyway, jobless claims total a seasonally adjusted 248,000 for the week ending in June 7th, flat from the previous upward revised total. The near Donald Jones consensus estimate 246,000 labor market labeled Labor Department reported on Thursday. However, continuing claims, which run a week behind, rose 54,000 to 1.9 million, the highest sale since November 13th of 2021. Guys, we're getting some crazy numbers here. The jobless claims are getting close to as high as 2021. We've got the Dixie, guys. Let's look at the Dixie real quick. See who we are this morning. Dixie, of course, oh yeah, look at that, guys. We broke 97. Let's freaking go.
I'd buy that.
Oh my god. Oh, this is amazing. I love this, guys. Oh, any day now, guys. Any day. This is especially good for Bitcoin and gold, but we have not seen that reflected just quite yet. I think again, it's too early in the morning, but it's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be fun. Let's get back to the chat real quick and make sure we do not miss the opening bell. We got about 2 minutes. Let's throw that back up real quick and get to the chat. All right, guys. Jim Derringer says gold wants to go back to the price discovery. Let's take a look at gold too, if we have time before the marketing bell. We already read that. Moto J, what is up? What is good morning to you, Moto J? Quint says, did you think the May Blade, my Blade video I sent was funny? I don't think I've seen that. I must have missed it. I've been just swamped over here, just trying to knock out all the stuff before I head out. Might be another stay for another week. I don't know. We'll see. Jim Derringer says, dollar weakens as investors seek safe haven assets. That's right. Ugly, not the environment you want for stocks and crypto. No, but Bitcoin has showed us in the past it can be both. It can be both risk on and risk off, as it hedges against inflation. I was also telling bond yields rise as currencies fall. Gold siphoning the money that bonds would normally attract. Yeah, yep, 100%, Jim. If you measure the flag, gold formed in 2000 to 2011. The breakout target is like 7,400. Might as well hide in a cave at that point. Oh no. Okay, guys, we got about a minute till the opening bell. Let's just quickly jump over to gold real quick before we go forward. Let's take a look at gold. Look at that, guys. 3,385. Not quite a new all-time high, but we are creating a cup for gold to break out. And that would, if this does play out, we still have to, validate a handle, right? So we got about a week or two maybe, but that could be explosive. Explosive to the upside. New all-time high, hitting it closer to 3,500, just shy of it. 3,476 what I'm seeing on my chart for gold, if you guys are into that sort of thing. Bitcoin coming back down to 106.7, hitting our bear target from last night. Oh my God, guys. Right on top of it. That sucks. I was calling for a baseline bullish because, again, we had all the speed bumps. All of the hedge wins were done. We had nothing else to really worry about until this morning. All this crazy chaos continues to ensue. There we go. Opening bell now.
Focus on this equity market bell ringing. Romaine, who do we have an eye on?
Well, we're keeping an eye right now on Micron, I believe, and some of the chip stocks here. Micron is said to be investing $200 billion in U.S. chip manufacturing and research in plans to create an estimated 90,000 direct jobs. Not the right ticker on the screen. Micron down about 2% at the open.
Well, you had an eye on Boeing, so let's talk about that a little bit more because a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, it was operated by Air India. It crashed shortly after taking off earlier this morning in Western India. That plane was heading to Gatwick Airport outside London with 242 passengers and crew on board. And as such, we're also taking a look at some of its suppliers right now of Boeing. You can see Spirit Aerosystems taking a little bit of a leg lower this morning. So too is General Electric, and you also have Triumph Group down a little bit as these markets open, Romaine.
All right, let's bring Carol Schleif back into the conversation. BMO Private Wealth Chief Market Strategist here.
All right, I've heard enough.
At, somewhat fractional open.
I have heard enough about Boeing. I don't want to hear any more. For the whole pre-market was talking about it for hours. All right. So what else we got to cover today? We got so much to cover today, guys. Hopefully you guys will have a great day today, and you'll be maybe going outside, touch some grass today, as it's going to be pretty grim. I do expect Bitcoin to probably come back in the intraday trading somewhere around 12 o'clock. So watch out for that there. Look at that. That kind of works. What we drew last night, that kind of works. I think that'll probably play out. I don't think we get much lower than 105. 105 would be my target for the low. If we do get some more spooky fear in the market, something like that could appear. All right, guys, so that's what's going on with Bitcoin this morning. Let's take a look real quick at all the markets in crypto and then move on to some news. Check back with Bloomberg when they're done talking about Boeing for a minute. Here we go. So let's get on the day. Where's my day? Man, everything's red on the day on the 100. White Rock's taking a wow, a bit of a pump this morning. Wow, running up 20 places in market cap to 88 now. Of course, they just got into the top 100 this last month. I think it was last month. White Rock sitting at 28.8% on the day. Everything else is bloodbath, complete bloodbath. Let's take a look. Is ZBEC moving? Then no, not even ZBEC's moving. And oh no, it has 6%. It always moves when everything else is dumping. Of course, guys, you have a bag of that. I think you should probably get that. Just release a hedge or a swing trade in the future. It's been moving like crazy when everything else is dumping. Venom is up 24.57%. Not sure what that project is. It's also up 23%. I mean, 23 places in market cap in the last 24 hours. All right. Anything else I'd recommend you guys pick up while everything is still down? While we got this up, I might as well show you with you my ideas. Jasmine's still down 30%. That's a huge amount for this project. I have very positive on this project. Hell, Sui, guys, you want a mid cap or a large cap? Sui's up down 20% almost still on the month. Great place to be throwing some money right now to invest in. Doge. I'm surprised Doge isn't down more than that on the month with all the Elon stuff. Render's down 30% still. I keep again shouting out my favorites, but it's about the same ones every single day. Look at that. Near Protocol down 20%. Stacks, if you guys believe in the the other ecosystem on Bitcoin. Stacks. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I'd recommend right now. IMX 30% down as well. Man, it's just a lot of good things to pick up right now. This could be the last chance you get. You just never know. Even Say, look at that, 25% on Say. Solid project there too. All right, guys, that's everything I want to shout out to this morning. Let's get back into the news. We got a lot of stuff to cover. So you can see my my thing is so blown up with articles. Let's dive into this one here. Boom. Trump eyes cabinet member to replace Mr. Powell. That's right.
U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and
That's right. Thank you, pal. And yeah, Treasury Scott Bessent has reportedly emerged as the front runner to succeed Chair Powell. What? What?
Are you stupid, man?
That's crazy. He's the current Treasury Secretary. He's gonna just ditch Trump in next year to become Jerome Powell's replacement. This is crazy. Scott Bessent. You guys all know by now. You should know who Scott Bessent is. Federal Reserve Chair Powell has faced significant criticism for the Trump administration over the central bank's stance on holding interest rates steady in recent months, and the president is reportedly considering a member of his cabinet as Powell's successor. Powell has less than a year remaining for his term as Fed chair, which is due to expire next year in May. President Donald Trump was nominated Powell to the role in 2017, and has signed he won't nominate the chair for another term. He recently gave Powell the divisive nickname to Mr. Too Late. That's right. Amid his efforts to lobby the Fed to cut interest rates, he has not cut a single time this year. Trump has suggested that he could name Powell's successor in the near future, well in advance of the end of Powell's term as chair, and he has reportedly developed a short list of contenders in mind. Treasurer Scott Bessent is one of those leading contenders for the role of Fed chair. I could kind of see him that way, but obviously he is hard lean to the right, and they're supposed to be bipartisan at the Fed. Jeez. Vance echoes Trump's call for the Fed Powell to cut interest rates on monetary malpractice. So we got that pulled up too. I don't know if we're going to get time to do that. Bloomberg reported the former Fed official Kevin Warsh, who Trump considered to be Treasury Secretary's role before opting to nominate Bessent. He's also kept a short list for the Fed chair role. Who else did he have picked? There was a few. There's at least two there. So yeah, that's what I was looking at right now. I was looking at Scott Bessent for possibly replacing Fed Chair Powell. Oh my God, let's get back in Bloomberg real quick. Anything else breaking
we're talking about here?
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, the Micron strategy has been to increase their domestic supply in the United States. They've already committed to fabs in New York and Idaho, and this is really just an extension of that.
Talking about Micron and Boeing. All right, let's get back into the news. There's a lot more stuff to cover. Oh my God. It never ends. It never ends. Family offices are struggling to recruit and retain staff, and the salary isn't the biggest challenge. Guys, the robots are coming for your jobs. I don't know if I can read this. About 2/3 of the private investment firms of the ultra-wealthy report challenges hiring the retaining key staff, according to the new survey. There is shrinking pool of talent, and many employers don't see long-term career potentials as family offices. What are the kids gonna do, guys? I keep telling you guys every single day. What are the kids gonna do when they grow up in about 20 years from now, and they just graduated high school, they graduated college, and what are they gonna do? All their jobs are going to be replaced by robots by then. 20 years? Are you kidding me? Of course they're all going to be replaced. Yeah, this is why I'm bringing this up. Because I feel like everyone knows, behind the curtain, everyone knows. And if I could find the article I pulled up for it, I was going to segue. Well, there it is. White House touts.
The Dow is down.
The White House touts plans to provide a $1,000 investment accounts for newborns. I feel like this is all part of the plan. This is all part of the plan. They have to start investing into our future as Americans when we do not have future careers for Americans. And I think this is the way to start doing that, especially if they want UBI. This is how you do that in a quick pace. Only 20 years, you could have a really good start for Americans. It's really weird that, of course, this comes out in the midst of all this. White House touts plans to provide a $1,000 investment into accounts of newborns. What does this mean? What does this mean? Well, they're going to start investing $1,000 into every newborn U.S. citizen through a Trump, I think a Trump trust or a Trump. I forget what they're calling it. We'll dive into it. The President Donald Trump has hosting a White House event on Monday, touting a policy in the One Big Beautiful Bill that would create investment accounts seeded with $1,000 for all newborn citizens. The event is expected to attend the CEOs of several firms who plan to contribute to the accounts on behalf of their employees, including Dell, Uber, and Goldman Sachs. The event was first reported on NBC News. The provision would launch a pilot program to so-called Trump accounts. for children born between January 1st, 2024 and January 1st, 2029. Which would be seeded with a $1,000 investment for federal government. The investment would go into a tax-deferred, low-cost index fund tracking the overall stock market, which would be controlled by the child's guardians. The additional contributions up to $5,000 a year could be made to the account throughout the child's life. Starting at age 18, the account beneficiary would be able to use it to pay for education, home purchases, or expenses related to starting business. I wonder if they're going to have some sort of exit into CBDCs for these accounts, because it sounds kind of like they only use it for a few things, right? All right, guys. Oh, Chappie, how's it going, Chappie, my guy? It's been a minute coming in with a super chat this morning. Thank you, $50 super chat. Thank you, Chappie. Happy Chappie. Again, one of my favorite robot on Earth. Guys, if you haven't seen the dystopian future movie, Chappie, it's one of my favorites. I love you, Chappie. Thank you. Congrats on the channel success. I know you have worked hard to share your knowledge and news on the daily. Good luck as you continue to grow your channel. Thanks again, Chappie. Yeah, you're one of the earlier ones, my guy, for sure. Thank you again for your love and support, guys. I appreciate it. We over 700 subs yet? I think we did. We might have already hit it. We were on like 3 away last night, guys, so we're getting there. We're getting close. Please like, subscribe, do all things down below. As I don't chill enough, guys. I do not chill enough. I tried to hit the 1,000 subs so we can unlock all the superpowers for the channel. Can't wait to have those all available for you guys. So we're gonna have some fun stuff. I mean, I can't wait to get the emojis going and the subs and all, all the cool stuff that is going to get wrapped into the superpowers. The product lines, dude. I am a graphic designer. I could create some amazing stuff for everyone. I can't wait. All right, guys. So that's what's going on with the newborn babies in America. $1,000. They're gonna start these accounts. What else? We got so much news. Let's see if they're still talking about Boeing and Micron. Hopefully they're done with that. Well, they're going to recess right now. Alright, so let's get into the big one then. The big one is, of course, not that one. Unilateral tariffs. That's what I wanted to talk about. I don't think we can... I don't think we can read this one, can we? Oh, no, we already talked about that one. Yeah, never mind. We already talked about that. I mean, again, I feel like it's kind of a nothing burger. That's what he wanted from the get-go. It's exactly what he wanted from the get-go. He wanted a fair market. He wanted everyone to pay their fair share and 10% across the board. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna probably piss off some people, but I think we're gonna get through it. Here we go, guys. This was actually covered by CNBC. GameStop shares tank on convertible bond offering to potentially buy more Bitcoin. We talked about this, I think, last night or the day before. Of course, GameStop coming in with another buy for Bitcoin as they're converting more bonds offerings into Bitcoin. Of course, everyone continuing with the Michael Saylor strategy. I had GameStop thinks shares slid on Thursday morning after the video game retailer and meme stock announced plans for 1.75 billion convertible notes offering to potentially fund its new Bitcoin strategy. I don't know why this. At least we knew about this, while the market was open yesterday. I don't know why it didn't already fall before today. The company said it intends its net proceeds into offering the general corporate purposes, including making investments in the manner consistent with the GameStop's investment policy and potential acquisitions. Guys, they have no way to survive. 2021, they tried to start an NFT marketplace. And NFTs obviously didn't go over very well, but I think they are definitely keen to start that up again because all these games are going to have they need an NFT marketplace that's trusted, and if they can maybe buy up OpenSea or something, or just buy up an existing one and get that thing just start rolling, I think they're going to be in a better place. So hopefully, they find somewhere to. There's just no way to survive unless in this market. I mean, they basically have they're basically going to be the blockbuster of this generation. That's just what it is. Everyone's going to a lot more digital now than ever before. I think 75% or more of all video games are all purchased digital now. No, I mean, there's not that, and they're not manufacturing enough to buy physical, even if you wanted to. All right, guys. GameStop Corporation down to 23.8 cents a share. And we were, of course, sitting on cloud 9 above 30 here last week. I think we don't have to talk any further about this. Just wanted to bring it up because a lot of people still have not heard this apparently because they're dumping it this morning. I'm like, what the hell? We've been talking about this for a while. All right. Happy Thursday, guys. Tola, salute Tola. I almost grabbed my mic and saluted you with my mic. Salute Tola with a $10 super chat. Thank you. Got my coffee and Mexican donuts. Yes. Oh my gosh, I definitely, I would love to have some of those Mexican donuts. Oh my god, those pastries are amazing. Oh my god. Yep. Thank you again. Jim. Oh, geez, you guys are crazy. Jim Deringer, yes, you got, what was that, emulating a sailor strategy and that they are not structured down the downside the same way. Leveraging bonds as capital is great as a bull market, but in the bear market, yikes. 100%, Jim. I agree with you there. What is that? Man, I am so far behind on you guys in the chat. Quint says, Birday, the birdie community. That's that NFT. Man, Quint, you are all in those NFTs, my guy. Started the drama with Jerry the Turtle. Was it Jerry the Turtle? Community. It's over for Birdie Otaku. I'm sorry, anyone who's investing into the Birdie community. Oh my god, you guys are nuts on those memes. You guys got to get out, man. You got to get out before it's too late. This is going to be a utility run. Come on. What are you doing? Come on.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Good morning, Isaac. And how's it going, Isaac? It's been a minute, my guy. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Good morning, everyone, says Milk Money. Yes, happy Thursday indeed. We're here, guys. We're here. And there's a lot of chaos on today. Thor and Loki are definitely clashing. Sailor has designed a strategy to be able to sustain cascading convertible bonds to roughly 3 to 5 years for the crypto winter. Bitcoin, I suspect the copycats will implode in less than a year. You'd be really interesting to see that, Jim. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. Sailor has created an environment where, we talked about it last night. He says no more crypto winter for him. No more. Yeah, the winters are done. All right. So what else we got in the news? NVIDIA CEO says the decade of robotics and autonomous vehicles are ahead. Guys, this is what I talk about every single day. It's coming. It's coming. If you're not ready for it, you're going to be left behind. That's right. If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, welcome to the dystopian future where you will not have a job because the robots are going to be doing it way better than you could even after getting out of school. It doesn't matter. Youth, it doesn't matter. Knowledge, it doesn't matter. Of course, AI is going to be able to, recite so many things that you cannot even remember in the court system. They're already utilizing that as well. Already in the UAE, they have a judicial branch of AI helping them assist cases as we speak. It's already happening, guys. It's already happening. All right, guys. So, yeah. If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, an accountant, a factory worker, a customer service representative of any kind, especially fast food, you will be replaced. There's no if, ands, or buts. It's coming. 10, 20 years down the road, it'll probably all be done. All right, guys. America, as we know, I tell my grandparents all the time, they had the best generation. They really did. All right. So, CEO of NVIDIA says that this is the decade of robotics and autonomous vehicles. That's why I, of course, had to go into the dystopian future segment. I do every single day. I try to anyway, when I have a good segue. This is going to be the decade of AV, autonomous vehicles, robotics, autonomous machines. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang told CBC on Thursday. You know what I have to also show you guys? More and more videos. If I can get on X. Oh, no, I still... I still can't. I think they might have banned me. I'll have to see if I can get a hold of my account today, but I could just browse on X and show you some of the stuff I pulled up. I wonder if I could just go to my page and show you guys by on my page if they really didn't ban me. I don't know. Maybe I can't. I guess you can't. You can't even look at X unless you're signed in. I'll have to figure that one out, guys. I was talking to Rob about that last night. He was like, if you guys aren't familiar with Rob, Crypto Futures over there on YouTube. Guys, he's down in the description down below. If you haven't checked him out, he's my favorite Canadian on Earth. And him and I were talking about that last night. And he's just like, happened to him too. So I'm going through it now. I'm going through my paces as a baby. I'm a baby in the space though, guys. Not even 1,000 yet. Not even 1,000. All right. So anyway, self-driving cars are coming, guys. There's plenty of videos out there. You can find all the robots. 750,000 robots were added into Amazon this year. 750,000 robots, and replaced over 100,000 workers. It's coming, guys. They only cost about 20. Hell, some of those robots are really shallow, really low to the ground. Probably only cost like 10 grand or less. And of course the autonomous bipedal ones that mimic home humanoids are around 20 to 30,000. So again, about half the cost of an average worker in the factory. Autonomous vehicles and robotics are taking off in a big way in years ahead, according to NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang. This is going to be the decade of AV, autonomous vehicles, robotics, autonomous machines, Huang told at CNBC's Arjun Karpal Thursday via the Viva Tech conference in Paris. NVIDIA plays a significant role to roll out driverless vehicles in the U.S. Chip-making giant sells both hardware and software solutions to AVs. Self-driving cars are spotted more frequently in the U.S., while Google-owned Waymo is operating a robo-taxi service in parts of San Francisco, Phoenix, and Los Angeles. However, meanwhile, in the Chinese companies, including Baidu and Pony.ai, are also running their own respective robo-taxi fleets. And I'd say they're probably farther ahead than anything we have in the States, because they're actually on the roads all the time. Europe, on the other hand, are yet to see a significant AV adoption, primarily because the regulations are not yet clear enough for self-driving technology companies to get their services off the ground. I feel like their self-driving vehicle, or their roads over there are probably a little more rougher than ours too in Europe, going uphill and like the old prairie towns and stuff like that. However, the technologies of the beginning of the game more traction in the UK. Legislation called the Autonomous Vehicles Act has been passed into law, paving the way for self-driving vehicles to arrive on the roads by 2026. Guys, that's like 6 months away, 8 months away, give or take. It's all coming. It's all coming soon, guys. All right, so yeah, this will be the decade for robotics and autonomous vehicles, says Jensen Huang, NVIDIA CEO. All right, let's see what else we got going on over here. Everyone, of course, covering the bloodbath in the stock market
AI
this morning.
infrastructure build-out. That seems to be relentless. And right now, Katie, it seems to be going strong. Unfortunately, right now, you can see on the red behind the screen on me, that is not quite enough to lift the broader market here. But on an individual stock basis, Katie, Oracle is the star of the show.
Yeah, let's go back to that, Green. Let's go back to Oracle and talk about it now with Anurag Rana. He is senior analyst for Bloomberg.
All right. So yeah, they're still on fire. everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine. Oh my god. Speaking of which, let's check out BTC. Yeah, still doing the thing. Looks like it's about ready to bounce here soon. Let's get closer into the 1 minute. Take a look at the shorter time frames. Yeah, looks like it's already bouncing. At least looking pretty good on the 5 minute. The 15 looks like it's getting a little bit wicked down. It's getting tight though. It's getting tight in that range. And the 30 minute, yeah, it's got some legs. I think, yeah, I feel like this could be the bounce right here. We'll see. It looks like it's starting to roll over a little bit now in the 1 minute. Yeah, look how fast that goes, guys. Time will tell. Of course, guys, if you guys are just joining, I was calling for via Crypto Chaos Magic last night a baseline bull target, and we fell into our bear target. Oh no, and pretty much hitting it right on the head and bouncing off exactly there. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll hold and bounce forward, and we'll get a decent afternoon. I still really am excited for this Dixie, guys. Oh my god, the Dixie down to 97.8 on this beautiful Thursday morning. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day so far. Yeah, I don't care. Bitcoin go down to 60,000 as long as the dollar continues to drop. I'm fine, because man, the explosion we're gonna get after all this FUD's over is gonna be crazy, guys. Now getting down to 97.7. We haven't seen these levels since like 2021. This is nuts. 2021. You remember 2021? Remember what happened in 2021? It's funny how this all lines right back on up, guys. We're going right back into it. Yeah, this is the Dixie. Look at this. Oh my God. Even the 3-year now is looking looking pretty nice for the Dixie in my eyes anyway. I love it. Year to date, still looking very clear downward trend. Oh, okay. Enough of the Dixie. Is that Adobe?
Could say stories around these bull bear arguments about what's going to happen to their creative business. We think it's going to be fine, may not be able to grow as fast as it has historically, but, widely debatable stock. And honestly, it's going to be a very interesting print today.
Yeah, absolutely. That is on.
No, I think Adobe's going to be fine as long as they keep offering new AI related products. I was, of course, replaced mostly because of AI, but also I didn't really agree with my boss. We clashed. Anyway, Shaquille O'Neal, guys, is to pay $1.8 million to settle FTX in an investor lawsuit. We cannot get rid of talking about FTX every single freaking year. We still keep talking about the ghosts of the past. Yeah, it's nuts. FTX still in the news. The deal, which requires a court approval, would fully resolve claims of Shaquille O'Neal admitting wrongdoing and bars from seeking reimbursement for the FTX estate. They allege that O'Neal helped promote unregistered securities by presenting FTX as a safe and legitimate platform at events and social media. We had a lot of celebrity endorsements in 2021 for crypto, and I'm surprised we have not seen too much of that just yet. We've seen some, but not that crazy. I know what's his name? He was in the Deadpool movies. He played in what was it? Let's see, Deadpool movie. Forgetting the name of that actor. Let's see if I can get a list of actors on here. Cast. Ryan Reynolds, of course. We got Ed Screen. That might have been him. Is it? No. TJ Miller, that's it. TJ Miller. TJ Miller also is a pro Bitcoin supporter. He's been very viral, very vocal about that in the last year. So I wanted to point that out, to give a shout out to TJ Miller. Pretty awesome guy. I really loved him in those movies. All right, guys. What else we got? European index. They're on. Yeah, they're on break right now. So what else we have here? I gotta head out here soon, guys, because I've got to go pick up someone at the airport. What else can we dig up? I know I had more. I know I had more. Jobless claims. Yeah, jobless claims were not looking pretty good. Initial jobless claims in the United States remained unchanged to 248,000 in the week before ending in June. From 248,000 the previous week. The 4-week average of the initial jobless claims are 240,000 as June 2025. According to the trading economists, initial jobless claims are expected to be 260,000 by the end of the quarter. It might be even higher than that. In my town I just moved into, they're getting rocked hard. I think most of the workers are factory workers, and they're all laid off right now. Projections of 210,000 in 2026, 190,000 in 2027. So again, more and more robots are replacing our jobs, guys, every single day. We already talked about the India crash. Over 200
Why is the
people
market
have
now
passed.
in the red? Let's get to the floor show.
We also had JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon warns of economic conditions may deteriorate soon. Banking titan forecasts rising inflation and declining unemployment if the economy deteriorates further. Jamie Dimon, of course, was one of the first outliers out there shouting from the rooftops saying that we had a 65-70% chance of a recession this year, the beginning of the year. JP Morgan's Chase CEO Jamie Dimon issued a new warning about the U.S. economy, stating that the conditions could deteriorate soon as undermine a potential soft landing. I think there's a chance of real numbers will deteriorate soon, says Jamie Dimon on Tuesday morning at the Morgan Stanley conference. Dimon pushed back the suggestions that the economic surveys showing diminished businesses and consumer confidence are indicators of what to come. He explained that neither consumers or businesses ever pick the inflection points, and that the economy's soft landing will probably look weaker as conditions deteriorate. Employment will come down a little bit. Inflation will go back up a bit, but hopefully it's just a little bit, says Jamie Dimon, adding the reduced immigration could weaken the economy through its impact on the labor markets. How about some of those pet rocks there, Jamie Dimon? I think you might need some of those pet rocks in your portfolio. He probably has a ton of pet rocks in his portfolio, but he needs some Bitcoin, of course, to hedge against some of this crazy inflation ahead that he's warning the U.S. economy is coming. It's coming, guys. All right, let's get back in the chat real quick before I forget you guys. Oh, no. Jim Deringer says the people are celebrating GME and MetaPlanet, but banks have decided to retreat from Bitcoin adoption as a result. 100% Jim, 100% agree with you on that one there. Quimp says FTX is a stain on the space. It is, and it won't go away. It really won't go away. I've been talking about it for years. It's crazy. Only thing, I still have my... I don't have them with me, I don't think. My FTX limited edition, never before will be printed again. Fortune cookies from 2021. Only thing is, I don't like about DXY trending down is that the yields and gold are rising together. Could become a decade-long crisis, like the 70s. Strong parallel there. I don't know, Jim. I feel like with all the other countries, time is definitely different. We didn't have all the countries trying to de-dollarize, and again, we got Dubai going 95% cashless next year. Again, next year, it's only 6 months, 8 months away for some countries. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Let's check back with the talking heads. They're on break still. Anyway, we got most of the breaking news anyway. There's so much, guys. There's so much. All right, what else we got?
The first question is, will the big, beautiful bill add to the national debt?
Yes. I answered that pretty quick. Anyway, Democrats are using Wednesday congressional hearing to attack the GOP's net tax bill. As you see a little bit of that there. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent suggested that there'd be a chance for the President Trump's one big, beautiful bill may add $36 trillion to the national debt. There is a chance. I feel like, guys, this is just all a ploy to get the dollar to go weaker so we can, of course, get more assets to appreciate and to ditch the dollar ourselves. It's almost like it's orchestrated that way. Every single step is heading us closer to that. Treasury Scott suggested that it could be a chance, of course, hitting that $36 trillion national debt. Scott Bessent appeared before the White House Ways and Means Committee on Wednesday. Is that a real committee? Ways and Means? Wow. That's definitely old old English kind of stuff. Ways and Means. A hearing and Democrats used to sharpen their attacks against the Republicans' massive Trump agenda bill. At one point, Representative Terry Sewell d'Allah asked Bessent whether the bill would add to the U.S. debt. It remains to be seen. That's what Bessent answered, apparently.
Yes or no? Is that a yes or a no? That's a no? Yes?
Sorry?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
It remains to be seen.
There you go. Yeah, we all know, Will. You know what? Seeing that clip and getting his initial reaction and his demeanor and everything, I really do think he could actually be a replacement for Powell and Scott Bessent. So, yeah. Speaking of which, we talked about it briefly. I think it was last week. It came out that Scott Bessent was the one who punched Elon Musk and giving him that black eye for tackling him in the hallway or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's still not very clear to me. Sewell pointed to the modeling of the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office and said that the bill would add $2.4 trillion to the federal deficits over the next 10 years. So that's what we're looking at, and I think that's on the positive side. I mean, it could get as high as $5 trillion, I think, depending on how they do it. National debt will be currently nearing $37 trillion. Right now it is basically, guys, it's basically there. Last time we covered it last night, we were like $33 billion away from it. Here we are this morning. We are about $32 billion away, 31 and a half. No, hell, 31, almost exactly 31 billion dollars away from hitting that legendary 37 trillion. We were here when it hit 36 billion, 36 trillion. We're going to be here when it hits 37 as well. Crazy, guys, crazy. All right, so yeah, national debt tracker, I just showed you, of course, blah, 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 blah. All right, so yeah, that's what the scuttlebutt is right now in Congress. What else we got? Vance echoes Trump's call for federal drone power. Echoes Trump's call for Fed drones power to cut interest rates. Monetary malpractice is what he's calling
indicating a gain at the start of trading. The Dow Industrial's up 56. The Nasdaq's up 28.
I don't know if they cover him in that clip. saying that. No, this is just some other people talking. All right. So yeah, Vice President J.D. Vance said yesterday, echoed President Trump's calls for the Federal Jerome Powell to cut rates on interest rates. The president has been saying for a while, my God, there's ads everywhere, that it's now even more clear. The refusal of the Fed to cut rates is a monetary malpractice, Vance wrote on a post on X. That's why we don't see it, because I can't get on X. Guys, I can't get to the real news. I got to get back to the real news. Even if I have to create a new account, I'll find a way to do it. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory there. U.S. lays off nearly 50%. 50% as Doge-driven tax cuts take center stage. This one I thought was interesting because layoffs of U.S. workers were nearly 50% higher in May than they were a year ago, with reductions attributed to the Department of Government Efficiency remaining the leading reason for job cuts this year, as reports. All right, guys, there's so much news to cover, so much chaos. I gotta stop. Oh my God, 97.86 on the Dixie right now. Again, national debt is sitting almost near 37 trillion. I wanted to get into some maybe breaking Bitcoin crypto related news. Anything that's different from last night. I really don't think there has been anything breaking that I've seen this morning. What's happening in crypto today? Japan to press G7 on coordinated crypto crackdown targeting North Korea. They don't want any more of their crypto stolen. That's probably what that's all about. Let's see what else we have here. Nothing else breaking there. Why Apple isn't buying Bitcoin? We talked about that last night. All right. What else do we have on Cointelegraph? Maybe anything breaking there? FBS warns crypto nearing tipping point as ties to TradFi deepen. Yeah, that's a nothing article there. Bitcoin must avoid yada yada yada. Hopium FUD articles. Yeah, so we got nothing else breaking, guys, for crypto. It's all happening. What in the hell is that? Alchemy Pay with Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Can't make this crap up, guys. If you guys are a fellow otaku, you know what I'm talking about. Alchemy Pay taps back and backed to expand access to tokenized ETFs and stocks. Okay. Getting some TradFi exposure there too for crypto. All right, guys, we're bouncing back up. I might actually hit 98 here in a few minutes for the Dixie. Yeah, it's coming back up a little bit. We'll see. But all in all, I think it's an okay day. I'll take it. Dixie's down to under 97. Yeah, I'll take it. Bitcoin, of course, bouncing up a little bit now, sitting in 107. Let's take a look at the live heat map before we go. I do have to go and to the airport. I gotta leave. I gotta leave like now. Let's see. We're gonna take a look right now at the live heat map. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there it is. You can see clear bounce happening right now. We'll see if the Bears can we can back off the Bears. They are starting to put up a little bit more of a resistance right now. Looks like 108, 109 loading right now. Zoom in real quick and I'll show you guys what I'm seeing. There it is. Boom. Right there. Whoops. if I can zoom in. There we go. Further. Whoa. There we go. So you can see there's a little bit of a blip there loading. So I would say that's probably like 109, 108. I would say that's 10. What's a 109? That's probably, yeah, it's probably 109.5. That's where they're setting up shop right now, right below 110. Right below 110. Guys, we're still over 100,000. It's a good day. Go out there, touch some grass, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid before the full run. Guys, we haven't made any gains yet. Like, this is nothing. This has been an appreciation for ants. We haven't melted any faces. Nothing's really hit 10x yet, except for ZBEC. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys tonight. So stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. And Jim, you know I love you. I don't have time to read the rest of what you put out there, but you know I love you. Thanks again, guys, for coming out. And I will see you again soon. It's the Crypto Otaku signing out. Later. And hit the button if I can find it.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, bold night.